So everybody, welcome back to another video of Pokemon Showdown. This time, I'm going to the other metagame of the month, that being Generation 8 Revelation Mons. So the way Revelation Mons works is the first two moves of a Pokemon's moveset. In our Corviknight's case, Body Press and Brave Bird will be the same type correlating to which move they're in. So move number 1 is Body Press. So instead of it being a fighting type move, it is now a flying type move, and Brave Bird will now be a steel type move. This provides a lot of coverage options to Pokemon that don't really have that great of a diversity or decent stab moves. Something similar to like Tyranitar, which has an incredibly inaccurate Stone Edge and Rock Slide as its two physical options for rock type coverage, whilst you could use something like Crunch or Double Edge to use as rock coverage instead. Uh, so first, Corviknight, it's honestly a very similar Corviknight set that you would find in regular overused. That being Body Press, Brave Bird, Bulk Up, and U-Turn. Bulk Up just to set up for additional damage from our Flying type Body Press. Brave Bird just because I don't really feel like we're not gonna outspeed much, so the flinches off of Iron Head really aren't needed. Um, U-Turn just so we can keep momentum going. Bulky set here, max HP, max defense with an Impish Nature, just to get the most that we can out of Body Press. Next Pokemon that we have is Zapdos. Corviknight using Rocky Helmet to, again, go with that monstrous defense stat that we have. So Zapdos, Heavy Duty Boots, just because of Stealth Rock. Running Thunder for our electric type, Discharge for our flying type, since the only flying type move it has is Hurricane, which is incredibly inaccurate. And then Heat Wave for the additional coverage, and Volt Switch for the same reason as U-Turn. Kind of a basic set, really. It kind of sucks that we can't use like Roost or Thunder Wave, but I feel like it would be much better to have the additional damage from like Heat Wave or Discharge than it is for Roost. I went with Discharge rather than just sticking with Hurricane because the confusion is highly, like, it's not very useful compared to Paralysis. Paralysis can just prevent multiple turns at a time, and it lasts until something like Aromatherapy or Heal Bell or Natural Cure will get rid of it. Whilst Confusion can go away the same turn it gets applied. Max Speed, Timid Nature, and Max Special Attack, which is a little bit in the HP stat. So just because the base 100 speed is still like it is to this day is still right now the typical like max that a lot of Pokemon, at least in overused, have. Some go a little lower, some go a little higher, but base 100 is still kind of like the peak of speed, at least the average. So being able to get the most out of that speed and be able to outspeed many targets works to our favor. Heavy duty boots, again, because of Stealth Rock. It gives us a lot of options to face off against, a typical Pokemon that'll give us troubles. Garchomp going, rather than doing a defensive set, I'm actually gonna keep Sandville. Because Tyranitar is actually really, really popular in this game mode because of the fact that it has really good rock coverage now. You're just going for like an all-out attacking set. Life Orb, the additional damage, Stone Edge to replace our Dragon move. You could replace this with Double Edge, maybe something else like Iron Head or yeah, probably either like Iron Head, Double Edge, Body Slam for the paralysis, Aqua Tail. Really anything. In fact, I actually will replace it with Aqua Tail just so it's a little bit of a damage drop off going from 100 base power to 90. But we do also get an extra 90%, an extra 10% in our accuracy. Earthquake is already a solid move. Again, you could replace with Double Edge and just use Earthquake for your Dragon move. But I personally just wanted to keep Earthquake as a ground type move, and really didn't see anything to kind of replace it with. If you want to go for a setup oriented Garchomp, you could just use Swords Dance if you want to keep Earthquake as it is. And then Poison Jab for things like Clefable and other fairies, and Fire Fang to deal with Corviknight and like I don't know, Scizor, a few other Pokemon, Ferrothorn, Kyurem, Kartana, Magnezone, a ton of other threats that can be around. I did boost our defense just a little bit. Max speed, Jolly Nature, max attack. I feel like with the Life Orb, we already are good on attack. 359 with 1.3 times boost from Life Orb. Already does huge damage against a lot of targets. So just to get that little extra speed, and again, to refer back to Zapdos, base 100. Garchomp has base 102, slightly faster than everything else. Than the other base 100s, and that outspeed Bisharp, Blissey, Buzzwole, basically everything outside of Dragapult, Barraskewda, Blacephalon, Alolan Ninetales. Which, if there's an Alolan Ninetales out on the field, we're switching Garchomp out just because it can one-shot us with literally anything. As well as the Tapu Koko and Weavile. Well, we can stick into Zeraora just because it's an electric type. So next up is Clefable. Again, just a very basic Clefable set. Calm Mind, Ice Beam, and Psychic for coverage, since nobody on our team has either Ice Beam or Psychic. And then for our Fairy move, we're using Thunder. It's a little inaccurate, but I feel like the paralysis would be worth it. The other things you could possibly replace it with would be something like just keeping Moonblast, or going in with Thunderbolt itself, or Flamethrower, Fire Blast. Even Blizzard if you would rather go for the 10% freeze rather than 30% paralysis. To go full in with bulk on this set, max special defense in our EVs, calm nature, and then just a slight boost to special attack and max HP, just to be as much of a special wall as we can, even without being boosted. Next up is Landorus-Therian. Knockoff for our ground coverage. This could bite us with the fact that we can't knock anything off of flying types, but even if so, we still have a decent stab move out of that. Earthquake to replace our flying type move. You could switch these. Go Knockoff as your flying move, and Earthquake just to stay as a ground move. U-turn and Defog. U-turn, again, just to keep momentum going. Defog to get rid of rocks. Since I didn't really have anything, I don't even have Volcarona with Defog. I don't have anything with Defog outside of Landorus-Therian. Defog can go on Zapdos, it can go on Corviknight, it can go on Volcarona, but I went with Landorus-Therian. It would probably be best to have at least two, personally myself, but I couldn't really find a Pokemon to really kind of drop a move on. Max speed, just because like a lot of these Pokemon, like Garchomp, it isn't going to be In fact, like most Garchomp aren't even going to be max speed. Most of them probably won't even invest into speed. And if they do, it's only going to be like 4. So we'd probably outspeed Garchomp. Hopefully we can outspeed Zapdos. Actually, if so, we do outspeed Zapdos that aren't Jolly. So we could always so we always have that in our back pocket in case we do come across a Zapdos. We're faster than Corviknight naturally, regardless. Like there's a lot of things that we can outspeed with this 91 speed and max Jolly Nature. Plus, Landorus-Therian's attack is already really good. You could run Choice Band, switch out Defog for something like Hammer Arm or Iron Tail. But personally, myself, I wanted to go for a bit more of a potential Cleric with Defog. And lastly is Volcarona. Again, a super basic Volcarona set. Fire Dance for our bug coverage. You could keep Bug Buzz, but again, I feel like the 50% chance to raise your special attack is in the 10%, the 10 power drop. It still balances out to being better than Bug Buzz's 90 power and 10% special defense lowering. Giga Drain, it'll become fire type and it'll be boosted by Stab, so I feel like it would still be better than using something like Flamethrower or Heat Wave. Plus, we also get passive recovery out of it. Quiver Dance. If you're running Volcarona and not running Quiver Dance, I feel like you definitely have something wrong with you. And lastly, just for the addition, like just a harder hitting fire move, Fire Blast. Flame Body. Probably gonna actually switch that out with Swarm just to give that extra boost to Fire Dance. Leftovers for passive recovery. And again, just like Clefable, going for more of a special wall version of the Pokemon. You could just go for max speed, max special attack, and going for like a harder hitting but less bulky Volcarona. Personally, myself, I went with for more bulk. However, I did go Modest Nature just to get that little bit of boost that we'd still need for our special attack. So that is my team for Revelations Mon, and now we can queue up for a game and actually, hopefully, win something this time. Alright, so they're running. It's going to be a Trick Room team. They're running Stack Attack, Cresselia, Arcanine, Cofagrigus, Jirachi, and Blissey. Might run, and they might start Stack Attack, hit Trick Room right away. So, we don't have a decent fighting move. Or we don't have a fighting move whatsoever. We did, but it's turned into a flying type move. Go. Oh, they're gonna run Cresselia first. Yeah, there goes a Trick Room up. Oh, I'm surprised we didn't even get one shot by that. But we're gonna go down now. Oh, never mind. Don't know why she switched. They switched to Cresselia. Okay, so there's nothing that we can outspeed with. So it's probably either Rock type or Steel type. I feel like it'd probably be more so Rock type. So, this is kind of unfortunate. We actually don't really have anything to counter with the Rock move. Okay, so I actually think it might be Steel. Okay, is it fighting? It's gotta still be fighting. Yeah, well, we have lost this game. I don't see us being able to survive. Oh, yeah, it is rock type, okay. Yep, we were swept by a stack attack. It just kind of I guess it kind of proves just how strong it is. But again, I feel like this team probably isn't that strong to begin with. Okay, so probably gonna start with Barrow-Thorn. So we'll just start, yeah, with gonna go Barrow-Thorn. He's gonna set up Stealth Rock. I'm not too worried about it. Probably Electric type for a bird. Which switching into Garchomp probably wasn't the best bet. We probably should have went with Lando. That was an unfortunate one. We probably would have one-shot it too. I'm gonna go Defog. Alright, so we are faster. Perfectly fine with going down to that. So it's water type close combat. Probably gonna switch into Landorus. I'm predicting an electric move. Okay, no, he went for shift gear. Poison type Hyper Voice. We didn't get the knockout, which is gonna lead to us going down. Electric type with a burst. Yeah. Again, a really unfortunate thing because I feel like this team has a lot of potential. I'm just not very good at showing it. But, like, there are definitely a lot of issues with this team. Like, again, like, we are very weak to rock types, especially with Tyranitar being one of the most dangerous Pokemon that you could find. But also we're quite weak to like electric moves and stuff like that. I'm gonna do one more to show it off, but I don't think we're gonna be winning much. I do kind of want to go over because, like, you know, I actually do really want to showcase some of these, the retro, metagames that are available. The ROAs, which are Generation 1 UU, Generation 6 1 vs 1, and Gen 5 doubles. It's just a matter of it being, of me not being good enough to showcase that. Cinderace not being banned. You know, I actually wonder how Cinderace works with that. Does the first move start, like, become whatever move that, like, Libero changes him to? Okay, so he's gonna start with Ferrothorn again. No, Cinderace. Do we outspeed though? 370, 354, no. Yeah, he's max. He's max speed. So he doesn't have a fairy move or an ice move. Could he, I think he might go into Flygon. It's all about the prediction here. If he stays into Cinderace, we might be done for, but if he switches... Oh, he's going to Slowbro. He's going to go for an ice move. That's what he's going to go for. Do we switch, though? We probably should. Send in a Clef. Oh, Scald. We would have been fine to stay into... We would have been perfectly fine staying into Garchomp. As long as we don't get burned from Scald, I feel like we should be able to take down Slowbro. If he ever wants to take his turn, that works. So I'm trying to think. So Ferrothorn, if he didn't lead Ferrothorn, I feel like he might not be. It might be a hyper offense Ferrothorn, or maybe even like a setup oriented one, because Ferrothorn does. I believe Ferrothorn learns sword. Yeah, it learns Sword Stance. So it could be something like, I don't know, a knockoff Iron Head, Swords Dance, and I don't know, Explosion. Ditto, you don't really have a set for Ditto that isn't just Imposter with Transform because you require a move. So he kept Scald, which is a little interesting. Like, I guess the burn is nice, but like, Slowbro learns like Fire Blast and Flamethrower, which sure you're dropping 20% off of. Okay, so Teleport. What's he teleporting into? Cinderace. Ooh, he missed Gunk Shot. Poison resists Electric? Yeah, I knew he was gonna probably take us out if he hit. Okay, so he's gonna go back into Slowbro. It's Regenerator, which isn't too much of a surprise. So if he's just going into Scald, I feel like we should be fine. Which, oh, we're burned. Unfortunate. I guess hope for Poison, which we got. Let's go. Future Sight. Why would he use Future Sight? Oh yeah, he's gonna sit there and stall me out. probably gonna slack off up to max. Up to full. Yeah. He's a little scared. So our best bet probably would be Corviknight because of the resistance. Burn turn. Move one, of course. Okay, now he's going into Ferrothorn. Yeah, no, this is over. So I'm just gonna forfeit that because I don't feel like sitting wasting another 10 minutes while he stalls me out. So yeah, this wasn't a very good team. I'm gonna be honest. But hey, it's all about the learning process. It is another metagame that is very different from what standard competitive Pokemon is like. So it does take learning. Honestly, it's a lot of fun to be able to try to piece together interesting teams with uh, moves that you would probably never use on a Pokemon, but just gives a massive advantage to it because of the fact that you could be potentially be having a massively broken move just simply because you can use literally anything on the first two slots and make it a stab move. So like you could easily use like Giga Impact and make like a 150 power Giga Impact, grass type Giga Impact that's also boosted by stab. It's just that is frightening. A 225 power Giga Impact is just horrifying to me. But there is like again, it's also a lot of things that you might need to worry about. So, with that being said, that is all I have for this video. It's easily the longest one I have, mainly because I was hoping for a game where I could actually win or have a decent showing, but not every game is like that. So, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.